Have you ever wondered why the international political arena is filled with tension? Ever pondered on the escalating issue in the West Philippine Sea? Well, it's a tale as old as time, a chessboard of nations, each maneuvering, strategizing, and positioning for power. It's a world of alliances and rivalries, of diplomacy and power plays. Let's focus on one such tension point, the West Philippine Sea. Here, the waters are not just teeming with marine life, but also with geopolitical tension. This area has been a bone of contention for years, a stage where nations play out their power games, a chessboard where the kings and queens are countries like China, the Philippines, and the United States. Now let's set the stage. The Philippines, a small archipelagic nation in Southeast Asia, finds itself at odds with a giant, China. The issue at hand is the West Philippine Sea, a part of the South China Sea that the Philippines claims. China, on the other hand, asserts its historical rights over the majority of the South China Sea, including the West Philippine Sea, creating a hotbed of tension. And then we have the United States. Traditionally an ally of the Philippines, its involvement adds another layer of complexity. It's like adding another player to an already intense chess game. The US has expressed concern over the escalating tension, raising questions about its potential role should a conflict arise. In this high-stakes game of power and control, every move is calculated, every strategy carefully crafted. But what happens when the game changes? What if we add another player to this delicate balance of power? What if this player is a global powerhouse with its own set of alliances and interests? As we delve deeper into the complexities, we must ask, what if another global player, Israel, joins in favor of the Philippines? What if Israel supports the Philippines amidst these rising tensions? What would be China's fate? Let's delve into this intriguing scenario. Israel, a small nation, is known for its significant geopolitical influence and potent military capabilities. With a reputation for being a technological powerhouse and a nation with a robust defense system, Israel's support could tilt the balance in favor of the Philippines. Israel's involvement could be driven by various factors. It could be a strategic move to strengthen its global alliances, especially considering the Philippines' strategic location in Southeast Asia. Or it could be a response to China's increasing assertiveness in the region, a move that's been raising eyebrows globally. But what does this mean for China? Well, Israel's military prowess is no secret. They have one of the world's most advanced defense systems, and their cybersecurity capabilities are second to none. If Israel were to lend its support to the Philippines, it could significantly bolster the latter's position, potentially posing a significant challenge to China. On the flip side, Israel's involvement could escalate tensions further. China, a global superpower with its own formidable military, may not take kindly to Israel siding with the Philippines. This could lead to an increase in military posturing and exacerbate the already tense situation. And then there's the question of global response. Israel's support for the Philippines could encourage other nations to take a stand, leading to a ripple effect. This could isolate China on the global stage, which could have far-reaching implications for its diplomatic relations and economic standing. So it's clear that Israel's involvement could dramatically change the dynamics of the situation. But it's also a move fraught with risks and uncertainties. But could such a move trigger a war? And if so, what would be the outcome? Would Israel's involvement ignite the spark of war? What would be the repercussions for China, the Philippines, and the world? Let's delve into the potential for conflict, peeling back the layers of military strategies, the strength and weaknesses of each nation, and the impact on the global stage. Imagine for a moment the chessboard of war. Each country a piece with its own unique abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. China, with its vast military and economic power, could be envisioned as the queen piece, having the most mobility and power on the board. The Philippines, on the other hand, could be seen as a knight, nimble and versatile, but not as powerful. And then we have Israel, the rook, with its advanced technology and strategic abilities. It can be a game changer. The tactics employed by each country would be a reflection of their strengths. China, with its robust military, could lean towards a show of force, while the Philippines, with its strategic geographical location, could employ guerrilla tactics. Israel, with its technological prowess, might utilize advanced warfare techniques, making the battlefield unpredictable. However, it's not just about the pieces on the chessboard, but also the players behind them. The political leaders and their decisions would shape the course of this potential conflict. The stakes are high, and the wrong move could topple the balance, leading to a chain reaction of catastrophic events. The global stage would not be a mere spectator in this conflict. Countries around the world would feel the ripple effects, whether through economic impacts, shifts in alliances, or the displacement of people. The world economy is intricately connected, and a conflict of this magnitude could send shockwaves through global markets. Moreover, alliances could shift as countries are forced to choose sides. This could reshape the geopolitical landscape, creating new power dynamics that could last long after the conflict has ended. Lastly, the human cost cannot be overlooked. Displacement of people, loss of life, and the destruction of homes and infrastructure are all grim realities of war. Would there be any winners in such a war, or would it only lead to destruction? As we move forward, we must remember that the chessboard of war is not just a game. The pieces represent real nations, real people with real consequences. What are the potential outcomes of conflict if it results in a war? Could China face destruction? Let's delve into this complex and potentially catastrophic scenario. Should war break out, the most immediate impact would be on China's economy. As one of the world's largest economies, China is deeply intertwined with the global market. A war would undoubtedly disrupt these connections, leading to a severe economic downturn. As trade routes are disrupted and sanctions likely imposed, China could face a fiscal crisis of unprecedented magnitude. Beyond the economy, the social impact would be profound. The human cost of war is always tragic, with loss of life and displacement of people. But beyond that, the societal fabric of China could be strained to the breaking point. The stress of war tends to exacerbate existing social issues and tensions, and in a nation as vast and diverse as China, these effects could be devastating. Politically, a war could destabilize the region and, by extension, global politics. China's influence in Asia is significant, and a conflict could lead to a power vacuum, inviting further instability and potential conflict. Moreover, the international community's response would likely be fragmented, leading to additional political complications. The global economy, too, would feel the ripple effects of such a conflict. China is a leading player in global trade, and any disruption would have far-reaching consequences. From heightened market volatility to potential recessions, the global economy would certainly not be immune to the fallout. And let's not forget, war would pose a severe threat to global security. The involvement of multiple nations would increase the risk of the conflict, escalating beyond the immediate region, potentially sparking a larger, more widespread confrontation. But it's important to remember that these are potential outcomes. They are not inevitable, and they are not desired. As we contemplate these possibilities, we must remember the importance of diplomacy and peaceful resolution. So is there a path to peace? Can these tensions be resolved without resorting to war? Let's ponder on that. Often the most effective solution is diplomacy. Diplomacy is the art and practice of conducting negotiations between nations. It involves peaceful discussions and agreements that can resolve conflicts without resorting to war. It's like a chess game, with each move calculated to bring about the best possible outcome for all parties involved. Another avenue is international law. International law sets the legal frameworks within which states interact. Countries are bound by these laws and treaties, which can help to prevent conflicts and maintain peace. It's like a rule book for the world, providing guidelines on how countries should behave towards each other. Third-party mediation can also be a path to peaceful resolution. This is when an impartial country or organization steps in to help the conflicting parties reach an agreement. It's like having a referee in a sports game, making sure everyone plays fair. Global institutions and the international community also play a crucial role in preventing conflict. Organizations like the United Nations work to maintain international peace and security. They provide a platform for dialogue and negotiation, helping to diffuse tensions and prevent conflicts from escalating. But remember, peace is not just about preventing war. It's about creating a world where justice is upheld, where rights are respected, and where everyone can live with dignity. It's about building bridges, not walls. It's about understanding, not fear. So can there be peace in the West Philippine Sea? Can Israel, China, and the Philippines find a way to resolve their differences without resorting to war? In the end, peace is not just the absence of war, but the presence of justice. Keep wondering, keep questioning, and remember, the future is not set in stone. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.